Hi, this is Jessica Cooter for the 7th discussion board post talking about whether online education is equivalent to a traditional education, if you're getting the same thing, same caliber of education from either one. I'll talk about how I think they are equivalent and how in some ways they aren't equivalent, at least in my beliefs. I think many of the assignments in a traditional classroom, at least at a college level, they're typically the same in a traditional classroom as they are in an online classroom. You have tests, you have papers to turn in. It's really not going to be different as far as assessments go when you're comparing traditional and online classrooms. Of course, some science classes may beg to differ, but of course, for the online student, there are virtual manipulatives that can be used in place of something like dissection or other hands-on assessments and activities. But overall, I think assessments are one of the parts of education that it doesn't make that much of a difference, online to traditional. Main concern I have with online education as far as it being equivalent to traditional is catering to the different modalities represented in the student population. Online lectures are ideal for the auditory learner, and then visuals and presentations are beneficial for the visual learner, obviously. But what about the kinesthetic learner? What do we do with the kinesthetic learner that's in an online class? Of course, I don't believe that an individual is limited to just one modality per se, just that different modalities are more effective than others for some people. For example, I'm more of a visual learner. Lectures are not my ideal way to learn at all. It takes more effort on my part to learn from a lecture. That doesn't mean, however, that I can't learn at all from lectures, obviously, just that it's not the most effective means. This means that students, even though their modality may not be accounted for in an online class, they need to take their own education into their own hands and truly work to understand the material for themselves despite any deficiency in a modality. So that, I think that's a big difference online to traditional. You have to be a little bit more responsible for your own learning. It's a little bit more difficult to get questions answered and something explained in an online education setting. It's kind of split up with emails. You can't just have a quick conversation, show them something, show them how to do it if you're more visual. So I think that's one of the big differences between online and traditional.